Well, hey everybody, PKO Gamer here, and going to do a little bit more of a breakdown of what I think about the Nintendo Switch, what we've seen from that trailer. Everybody's doing it. I'm not going to make it as long, hopefully not make it as long as everybody else is. I'm doing this off the cuff, but I'm really basing this off of a Reddit post called Unnoticed Switch Features by EVE MK89. I'm going to put their username right here, links below for this. So I'm not taking all of this credit, but we know what the Switch is. It is a NVIDIA powered hybrid console that you dock into you put into the dock. It outputs all the games in full quality. We don't know. We think it's 1080p there and 720p on the handheld because, well, Emily Rogers has gotten pretty damn close in a lot of this, so we'll see. And then the Joy-Cons, the two come off on the side, the two little controllers, and latch onto the the center part. I'm actually right now looking this up because I think it's called the Joy-Con dock. No, it's not it. And again, that centerpiece throws me off every single time. So yeah, I mean, it is what a lot of people thought it was, and it's not a lot what everybody thought it was. My initial reaction video is now taken down. I did get copyright. It didn't get copyright strike against the entire channel, but it was copyright claim on Nintendo. But I don't monetize, so I think it is okay. I'm going to take that down. So yeah, I'm looking here. Joy-Con grip. Okay. So you also have a Pro controller and all sorts of things here, right? So a lot of people have been going through this and finding things that it's hard to see. And if you look underneath, I want to give this picture here. It goes be off to the side here some. If you look when you're detaching that, and it shows on the Nintendo website where it shows the game card. There's a little tiny button behind the trigger. That's how they went by there and they pulled up the Joy-Cons. There's a detachable button. And that's pretty cool. I always wonder, how is it doing that? And it's got probably a clicking mechanism. They're not going to fall off. Power and volume buttons. I'm going to give you this picture here. It really shows good on the top of when the lady is playing Super Mario Switch or whatever that Mario game is, and the guys are playing the NBA 2K game. So the power button and the volume buttons are on top. That other button that I've been talking about, I'm going to really high-res image here, and I'm just going to show it to you again. This, the image, the button that has a little circle, I think that's a share button. I could be wrong. It could be another function. It could be something for Switch. But it's not the power button at all. The power button is to the top. Now on this grip, is there like a power button or something on there? They may be, may not be. I don't know. Maybe it has a timeout feature. And also on the Joy-Con controllers, this is a good picture when they pull out. If you look at this and tilt your head, that slides in there. On the Joy-Cons, it probably has it locks in, but if you look at it, there's actually a little split there. It could be multiple buttons, or it could be two. It could be something. Those look like, especially when the two ladies are on the patio playing, they're doing this. And those look like little triggers for the little Joy-Con, so you have, your four face buttons, analog, and I'm assuming the analog will click. And you could have shoulder buttons. You could have 4 up there. I'm not sure. This is another thing I'm thinking. Somebody thought they pointed out in this, a stylus slot right there in the center. I don't think that's a stylus slot. It could be. It could just help to line that thing up when it's docked. I mean, I was thinking, how's it going to line up? It's probably lined up with a little tab there. I'm guaranteeing you that's probably what it is. SD card slot. This is a picture of where it shows underneath the kickstand there's a little tiny place to put something in. I think that, and it looks like there's an arrow pointing like you put, I bet you that SD card in. And we always said that is this system is going to run off cards. And it's like the 360 back in the original days. It plays all off the media. All you did on the 360 download patches and DLC. You have to have storage. It's going to have some internal storage. We all know that, just like phones. But it's going to have more. Or for games, you just want to do a deal, a digital. They're going to have digital games. Trust me, they definitely will be. Glimpse of the bottom. There's, I don't know, if you look at that, and there's a good glimpse of the bottom. In the middle there, it looks like a USB port. Some people are thinking it's a Type-C port. I think this is going to have a more universal plug. I hope Nintendo. And people are worried about the battery life, which I'll get to that another point here. So I'm showing you some of this. I'm also doing 2 parts of this video. Real quick, the headphone jack, which we saw before, if you look at that picture, that's the icon for headphones, not headset. Headset is what I got this. This is what you see me using Game Ramblings. And if you look, a headset has 3 little black bars, and it's a headset. If you look at the bottom of your PlayStation 4 controller, if you got one, the icon doesn't look like that. One side has a little hook, which is a little headset. That looks like headphones. I was kind of disappointed. This could be a prototype, but it looks like it's headphones only. I hope there's a headset option, maybe through Bluetooth, because I want to talk and be on some type of voice chat if I'm going to play some multiplayer like Mario Kart or some shit like that. I hope there is multiple, multiplayer voice chat on this thing. There's something there. This is part of the picture, and I will, he is actually holding a decent sized charger at the bottom. Now, I can't tell if you look at it, the end of it's pretty long. Maybe, I don't know if it's USB-C or it is a charger. And I don't know why people thought there wasn't going to be a charger. No, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. Of course you're going to be able to charge. There's going to be people that use this thing without a dock. No dock. They're just not going to use it. And of course, I ain't going to say this again or show it, but the dock itself had USB ports. I showed you that in my reaction. So what does all this show us? Well, there's a lot of secrets to this device. There's a lot of things we don't know. There's a lot of things that we don't know exactly what they're going to do. There's going to be a lot of functionality to this device that we're going to be like, oh, that is cool. Because Nintendo is not going to talk about it. And that's the second part of this. I just went through and showed you some cool stuff and what I think about it. What I think about the system, before I get to my second part, I'm getting ahead of myself, is the system looks to be cool. I do have concerns. Power of the NVIDIA chip and what all power that the dock may or may not give them or give the system. I hope it's comparable and it's good enough that devs stick around. Okay. I understand that they can run off just like they did around the Wii U days. I get that. Secondly, I'm kind of concerned about the cartridges. I hope they're not just okay enough. Maybe that Macronix or how you want to say it. Remember, the 32 gigabyte ROM chip, they need to give it a little bit bigger than that. And everybody says, but SD cards, I am so sick of people, everybody, out of bigger YouTubers, smaller YouTubers, stop quoting SD cards and flash storage, people. It's a different technology. That's volatile, rewritable. That's not what you put in a cartridge. NAND, N-A-N-D, ROM, I think that's what is in the 3DS carts and in the Vita. It's different. Okay, it's different. It's a lot different. And there is more limitations to that, though I think we're not going to have a problem with it. I just hope they get enough to where at least you just get a translation, you get a true third party, a game from PS4 or Xbox, and it's the same. It plays the same, and because they got 4 triggers, they got the analog, they got the face, that D-pad. That's another concern I'm going to talk about in a second. I just hope it's big enough because it has nothing to do with SD cards that they got up to terabyte. They're not going to get that in a ROM chip. That's what's in your cards, people, the game cards. So I hope they're big enough and don't limit it right there. And the only other little thing I'm worried about is the D-pad. And I will pull this picture up, or the part of the zoom in, the real high res image again. The arrows there, that's a D-pad, pretty much are spread out like the YBX8. Duh. I get that. I know what they're trying to do. You pull out that Joy-Con, you turn it to the side, turn the other one to the side. They're mirror images. I hope that works good enough for when you're trying to play games that really need the D-pad, retro games, fighting games. I can see that Joy-Con to the left getting a re-release, especially if you don't do local multiplayer. A lot of people don't. A lot of people will play multiplayer. I hope Nintendo, you have a service, you have something online that lets us play online for a lot of people. You might buy a different Joy-Con has a true D-pad, and then you never need the Pro Controller. Again, I'm going to show the swap over real quick. Just the Pro Controller, we've seen it. It has a true D-pad. It's an Xbox 360 controller. That's exactly what it is. It looks cool. It's a little different. It's got a true D-pad. So, the second part of this video, you know, I'm okay with it. We've heard rumors, and Laura Kate Dale has said that the dock has power in it and beefing it up. I think it will. The Supplemental Computing Device was a huge patent they pushed and finally got paid for and pushed through the patent office. You're gonna have a chip, I think personally, inside the Switch, and it's going to downscale itself to save power. It's going to render. I think that thing's going to be a 720, like Emily Rogers said. On the TV, it's 1080, and it's going to render the games. And you have a 720, lower detail, lower particle effects. You also have the ability, when you have a set screen size, you can lower the detail and the distance. You don't need it because you can't see it, and then it will run fine. It docks. As you remember, it's a part of it, and a lot of those docking, undocking are a nice part of a trailer. I don't think they're going to be actual that same, but when the guy docked it for Skyrim, it took a few seconds. I think it's going to link with that the chip inside the Switch tablet is going to come at full power. This laptop right here I'm using, I keep it plugged up, but chips inside laptops have power modes. I think that one inside the Slate or the tablet is going to come out of power save, and then the doctor's going to have another one. May not be exactly double, but that one will wake up and have really good power. This one will boost it, and maybe it'll boost it above the PS4 power, somewhere in there. Maybe it'll boost it in between 2 and 3 teraflops. I know people go, no. I don't think devs are very happy with it. They keep saying it's going to work well with what they want to do. But Bethesda is one of those that says, we can't do what we want to do. We're not going to put it on the system. I'm thinking we're going to see maybe a Fallout 4 version on there. That's just my theory. Some people are saying that the dock won't power it. I don't know. The other big thing she said, Laura Kate Dale, was 3 hours of battery life, and it's pretty mediocre. The 3DS has had 3 hours of battery life. Everybody says, well, it's not the same. Yeah, it really is. When you unplug this thing, it's a handheld console. I don't know if it's going to be that bad. That thing's pretty big. It's got active fans on it. It's going to be beefier than what we think. A lot of people are probably thinking it's not that good. It's going to surprise a lot of people. I'm guaranteeing you how much power is in this thing. But we'll have battery packs. We'll be able to do that. And if you're out want to play 6 hours constantly away from the system, once you be next to a power plug and it shows in that trailer and the guy's plugged up, I mean, I think it'll be okay. I think people are dooming and glooming it. And the other thing people are going on about is the companies are saying they can't confirm or deny even Skyrim or NBA 2K games on it. Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is PR crap. Nintendo is holding the reins. Okay, they want to keep this silent because here's the next part of this that, you know, it shocked me. Is Nintendo was saying, is quoted as saying on Twitter, they're not going to show any more games or specs or info this year. This is it. We got the 3-minute plus trailer. That was it. I think this next week around the 26th, the investors meeting, we may hear some more. I think Nintendo's going to take the holidays off. Is that a good thing? No. I think they ought to at least push this and give us more tidbits. We're going to get some tidbits that are not from Nintendo. I think we're going to get unofficial tidbits until the end of the year. And then the first part of 2017, they're going to show this thing off and pretty much just boom, go for it. And then have it ready by March. Shows it's still coming out March. No delay. I don't understand why they're doing this. It kind of feels like this trailer was great. It feels like they put something together really good, and they put a lot of detail, a lot of information in this thing. I mean, was it just me, or this trailer gave us so much information that it's like, here, we're going to give you an overload trailer that has so many little details, it'll be fine for a few months. I don't know, you know, Nintendo's and Reggie was quoted saying they're going to do better with marketing. Marketing should start now. And and they're not doing it, I don't think. We'll have to see. So that's pretty much my big analysis on that 15 minutes here. I broke down what's extra there's a lot more stuff people are finding in this trailer. I'm hyped for the system. Yes, it's a hybrid. Yes, it's NVIDIA. No, the camp that wanted this AMD in a big system didn't get what they wanted. It happens. I was really surprised that it was NVIDIA. I thought it may be a hybrid, weird split system with AMD in it, and they went NVIDIA, and I went, whoa. It shocked me. Am I boo-hooing about it? No, I think we all need to calm down. These games not being completely confirmed. Nintendo's going into silent mode again. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I'm not backing it. But when Switch comes out and we don't have like the Sky on NBA 2K, then people don't need to just tear into these companies. Let's chill out until then. We don't know. We got a lot of information. We finally moved forward what the NX may be and what it is. It's now the Switch. So let's chill out. I am looking forward to it. Let's hope that Nintendo knocks it out of the park with this. Whether you like the device or not, Nintendo needs to knock it out of the park with this, or they're in trouble, as the Wii U failed badly. If they can knock it out of the park and sell tens and tens and tens of millions of these devices, have games from all the developers, their own in-house, they said they're going to be putting out a lot more games. I hope they do. Just keeps coming out with games and you can pick them up, take them on the go. That'd be awesome. Let's just be helpful with this, guys. It's going to be good. There's going to be stuff that's not going to be exactly what we want. I hope it's pretty powerful, but I don't think it's going to be as powerful as I think it's going to be. But as long as it has developers behind it, who cares a shit? This system, I think, is targeting 1080p. Nintendo hasn't confirmed this, but everybody else is targeting 4K and they're all upscaling. And if they can target 1080p and do it right, they'll be fine. The games can be pulled from because unless the Pro and Scorpio to kill the PS4 Slim original and the Xbox One S, you still have systems that are going to be developed for that. This thing is going to do fine. So I'm rambling here. I'm going to get off here. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and somewhere down there is the subscribe button. Please click subscribe and share this if you enjoy it. Follow me here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, skirmishfrogs.com for retro, and 8bitkitty.com. PKO Gamer.